Fallen Sandwich Gaming with our Let's Play of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. So we are currently in the process of doing this Warhammer transmission mission, which is going well so far. You'll notice that our funds are considerably lower than last episode. I just went ahead and did repairs and bought some equipment in the area. So yes, this is the Warhammer mission we're in the process of. Though this Marauder mission is a little tempting, but we're just going to continue on. So, tributes for the Imperator Part 2. You've done good work, but the Giza Ghost Riders are massing for an assault against our forces. The first Canopian Fusiliers want to minimize collateral damage to our infrastructure, so they'll be moving to engage the Ghost Riders in the field. We'll need you to join the Fusiliers and strike back against the Raiders, but be careful. The Ghost Riders must be truly desperate if they are resorting to piracy. That will make them unpredictable. So we'll just move on to that. Let's take a look at the star map. Is it actually here? Okay, it is here, so that's good. So again, these are a little bit of a lower difficulty than what we've been doing. But, you know, that's no reason not to do them. I am just going to go straight money on this one. Actually, what kind of mission is this? This says mission type campaign. Yeah, I mean, I am just gonna go straight money on this because I want to try to make up some of what we just spent on equipment. So I think we learned our lesson in the last one that the catapult is not the main mech I want to be driving. In fact, I'm gonna jump into the Black Knight. We could probably upgrade the Vindicator to the Awesome. Yes, that's definitely the way we want to do things. Just a quick once-over. I do think the Kintaro maybe... You know what? I think this is fine. Yeah, I think I want to take out the Black Knight. Have Butcher in the Awesome, Caruso in the Kintaro, and Paris in the Shadowhawk. I think that's perfectly fine. So, 13 days just while our repairs finish up. We're heading on in. So I think the Warhammer is going to be a really good addition. I think it kind of fits a role we don't necessarily have in our heavy mechs. So that's kind of the main reason for taking this one on at this time. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. You know, it's definitely time to kind of bring all of our mechs in line. Okay, so they do have artillery on the field, so the Black Knight was a good choice, because we are not going to be able to move slowly. Okay, quick draw. Whoop. Gotta try to dodge our best of our ability. This is a bit of a crazy one. Okay, we got a cicada here. Doing a little bit of a number on us. Okay, he's down. Locust. Try to dodge this artillery. Okay, leg that Locust. Also a commando here. Gotta be a little bit careful with our heat. Alright, commando's down. Wow, that increased rate of fire for the Black Knight is definitely coming in handy. Oh. Just shot our own guy there. Okay, cicada down. This is a cool battle. It's a little hectic. It is a little hectic at the moment. Ooh, we did take an artillery strike there. Okay, so that went pretty well. Nobody seems to have taken a ton of damage. Now these artillery positions are giving us a lot of trouble, so I wonder if we can kind of get up there and see about dealing with them. Because that will make this considerably easier if we can. Doesn't seem like my lance has taken too much damage. Just armor damage on ourselves right now, which is pretty nice. Definitely what we like to see. We are leaving the awesome in the dust a little bit. Okay, that's one down. I know there's more enemies coming, but right now taking this out of the equation is more important. Alright, that's all the artillery. Okay, there's an assassin here. Hopefully we can bring that down pretty quick. Watch out. Yes, I know. My friend is in the way. What does this guy got? A UAC 5. Okay. Bring that down. That's almost down. Okay. Want to try to finish off that. Okay, don't run into me, please. Okay, that's down. A spider here. Woo! This is a lot of mechs. I think it would be very easy to get surprised by this kind of mission if you came here too early. I mean, this is a lot of firepower. I have to keep an eye on our chem laser ammo for once. Wow, it's nice to see a Vindicator taking damage, right? I wonder who that was. Okay, that's another one down. And another one down. Wow, more. That's interesting. I wonder how many more we have to expect. We're not quite low on chem laser ammo yet, but we do need to keep an eye on it. Alright, let's form up. Okay, so there's a dropship coming in there. Is that's on the other side of the hill, okay. So we're gonna have to go around, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to go around here. Okay, that's one arm off. Alright, and he's down. What is that? A wolfhound? We haven't even seen one of these yet. That went down pretty quick. Okay, I guess it's not just our Vindicator that can take a beating then, huh? And there's another spider over here. Okay, good shot. And a Locust 1M, so an LRM Locust, so we're gonna have to try to chase him down. Which is no easy feat given the circumstances. I would say now we're starting to run low on chem laser ammo. Okay. That one's down. Let's swing back around and get that. So, okay, so far its machine guns are down at least. Alright. Is that the end? Not yet. Okay, another assassin. Wow, just a ton of mechs in this one. I was pretty worried in those early engagements, but now that things have calmed down a little. Okay, and it's down. Wow. Now that was a heck of a battle, huh?
With luck, we can bring this conflict to a close soon.
So, Caruso and the Kintaro is the only other one that's seriously damaged, and looks like he just has a single armor break. Where we don't have any. It's all armor damage, so that's a pretty successful mission, pretty hectic mission. Ton of light mechs with a good mix of mediums. I think even one or two heavies in there. But, we held our own, we never stopped shooting. So this is the one sad thing here. We really didn't take salvage on this. I didn't think, I mean, really the only thing here is this Cicada 3M, which had a UAC-5 and a small pulse laser, sorry. Other than that, nothing really standing out. So let's see if any of that stuff ends up in salvage. It doesn't look like it. So SRMs, small lasers, streaks, small. Yeah, it doesn't look like we lucked out anyway. So I think we'll just take an LRM-10 and probably just a medium laser, I guess. Okay. And that's perfectly fine. That's not even that bad. So continue on. We do have a job reward for killing 30 VTOLs. So get a heavy rifle and some heavy rifle ammo, as well as some money back. Torso twist speed. That's an interesting one there. Okay. What else do we have in the cantina here? Killed 3 ravens. We haven't seen a single raven yet. And collect an assassin. So probably not going to consider those really all that heavily. Alright. Back into transmissions. So, Tributes for the Imperator Part 3. The Ghost Riders have almost broken. It's up to you to finish them off. Our remaining forces are dispersing to resecure our citizens and infrastructure. We're tasking you with hunting down the last of the Ghost Rider leadership for termination. Such a decisive blow should be enough to send whatever remains of these outlaws back to the stars. So take that. And is that also here? So it is also here. It's also 265. I think this was a pretty good like team for these campaign missions. Flush out and eliminate the leaders of the Giza Ghost Riders. Eliminating the targets should be enough to finally shatter the remaining members of the mercenary group. So that sounds like an assassination mission to me. Let's just take a look at what repairs are going to cost. 130,000, about 40, 296. So we might need to look at switching out the Kintaro, because I'm not going to pay 300,000 for the Kintaro at this time. So I think we kind of learned our lesson on that one. Let's just take the salvage shares. 21 is enough for a medium. Just take 18 and 1 on the money. Honestly, we know we're getting a Warhammer from this, so I say we just take the money and worry about salvage down the line. So the only thing that's not going to come is the Kintaro. Now, probably going to have to do some shuffling. I think the quick draw is fine. I think it's fine to bring the quick draw here, and then we would have to drop 5 tons here. So the Awesome down to the Orion, or one of the Orions. Probably do trust Butcher with this Orion more. It's not as heat intensive, and his heat's not that good. So I do think that's probably the way to go. Yeah, we're exactly 265. Honestly, probably could even stick Butcher in the Shadowhawk. So let's do that. Let's just swap the Orions around. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Alright. Heading on in.
Intel from our captive raiders have narrowed the
I really
possible
do love
hideout
this
of the
Black Knight
remaining
loadout.
leadership to the following
Highly
locations.
recommend giving this a try.
European Fusiliers are already moving to secure magistracy interests in the system, so this task will fall to your unit alone, Commander. Cut off the heads of the Ghost Rider leadership, and it should send the remaining raiders running back to Alphard. So see that this gets done.
I'm showing nothing on scopes that can be identified
Okay,
as our target.
so nothing here, but we're going to swing around.
I'm not seeing our targets at this location. Make way to the next nav point. We might have more luck there.
Target is done.
Okay, let's take care of that real quick. Take care of that real quick. Take care of that.
Scrap that one. That must be one of the tanks we're contracted for.
Okay. What is that? A flea. Not a particularly impressive flea. We've definitely seen better versions. Alright. Spin it around real quick. Then we've got a couple more enemies behind us. Let's take care of those real quick. Alright. It's a turret all the way over there. Okay, so we've got that at 900 meters, and that at 700. So let's go to that one first. There's our target in a hunchback. Try to snipe him down. Okay. As always, go for that shoulder on the hunchback, and you're going to take out most of its weapons.
Your mission is complete, Commander. Return to your dropship and rendezvous on the Infuser Lear's position.
Yeah, I think it was the right choice to just go money.
Riders decide to do.
There is a trebuchet there. I think we just get on out of here.
Friends arrive. Enemy transport touching.
Oh, there's a dropship right on our heads. I think we just go.
Form up on the commander.
I think we don't take any more damage. We pull right out and get on to the next part of this mission, which will hopefully yield our reward. Because there's no point taking unnecessary damage. In fact, you can already see the quick draw is kind of beat up. But keep our repair bill nice and low, and we might even be able to take this same lance in for the next mission. Nothing quite like an easy one, boys. I mean, nothing more to be said about it. Max out the money and get out of there quick. Alright, so that's an easy through million. Again, I mean, neither of these were really what we were interested in. The 4J is an interesting hunchback just because the LRMs, which most hunchbacks don't get, but really not what we're here for. Again, not great on the salvage, which is absolutely fine. We are spoiled for medium lasers. We might have to find a way to use those pretty soon. And there we go. Good work, Commander. We've confirmed that the Giza Ghost Rider leadership is dead, and any remaining mercenaries have disbanded. It seems that since they have failed to provide sufficient tribute to the Marian hegemony Imperator, the offer for refuge has been withdrawn. Surviving Ghost Riders will likely be hunted by whatever they were running from. Nevertheless, it's not our concern. And there we go. New 70-ton mech. Excuse me. So, the 70-ton mech is exactly the reason why we went ahead and did this. When we do 315-ton missions, we're not able to fill the slot, basically. Both the Jaeger mech and the catapult come in under tonnage by 5. So I think the catapult does something that the Jaeger doesn't at this point, and I think it's finally time to retire the Jaeger mech. It's been really good for us, obviously, but at this point, the deed is done. The Jaeger mech has served its purpose, and it is time to replace it with the Warhammer. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our new Warhammer. Oh, not like that. Let's do... Ooh, what just happened? Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 1, space. Alright, and there she is. What a beauty. So, this is, it's kind of an interesting setup. You know, small lasers, medium lasers, lots of heat sinks, machine guns. You have to decide for yourself a little bit what you think is actually worth it on this. So, what I'm thinking is probably not getting much utility out of the small lasers and the machine guns, and that frees up 2 tons, so we can max the armor. But again, that's still really not great. The double PPCs are the big problem here, and I think this thing really isn't going to shine until you, more or less until you manage to get double heat sinks is probably where you're going to see the best performance. Well, we can drop the machine gun ammo. That frees up another ton. So, 6226, that's probably what I would do there. The legs are a little light. The only ammo we're carrying at this point is SRM ammo. How much weight does this take up? 3 tons. So if we drop 4 tons, we can probably put both small lasers back in. I'm not necessarily sure that's what we want to do. We could also I mean, we could put much better PPCs on it, but I don't really think that's the answer. We do have these medium pulse lasers, which would be interesting. They are heavier than regular medium lasers, so I'm not sure that's quite the answer. Oh, we also don't need a full head there, so we can do 5 more on each leg. I honestly think this is okay. I mean, the medium lasers are good. I don't really think we want to... The only thing I am considering is if we drop the SRM and find a way to get... So we could do this. We could put 2 AC2s in. Or no, we can't. Well, not really. We might be able to drop some heat sinks if we were to do that. So these are 3 tons. These are 6. We could go light rifles, though we don't really have any way to replace those. Drop 4 tons. I'm just trying to think, like, these PPCs are obviously kind of the main focus of this mech. I think let's just run this for now. It's not going to cost that much. Let's work on it. Let's work on it when we get back to an industrial zone. So for now, there is something we want to do next, and that is, what is this? Probably not that. Probably not that. I think we're going to do bow and arrow, because this will, I think, open up another 70-ton mech, which is the Agincourt. So that's all the way up here. So I think first things first, let's fly up to Dare Kuna and make the changes we wanted to make. Okay, so Shadowhawk and a Vulcan. There are pilots for hire. Anybody good? Nope. Alright, so let's go ahead and do repairs. So, nice and cheap. Nice and cheap. Love to see it. Ooh. So this actually did lose components. Just a single medium laser? Okay, that's fine. Let's cue that up. Yep, this didn't lose anything. Alright, and then of course we have the Warhammer. So, let's go back to what I was considering, which is drop all the machine gun, drop both small lasers, kind of shuffle these up, shuffle that down, and then we maxed the armor, right? I think we were 26 here, 62 there. Drop the head down to 20, and bring the legs up 5 each. Yeah, this might be the best we can do for now as far as the Warhammer is concerned. I also wonder, we only have one ERPPC. Like, PPCs are 7 tons. Large chem lasers are 5. Which then opens us up to add some ammo. It's kind of the same switch, because what is this? It's 8.4 damage. This is on a fully upgraded one. Let's go to the basics. It's 8 damage. That's 10. So it's 2 more tons for 2 more damage. Rate of fire 9.8, 12. So much different rate of fire, considerably different heat. Max range is almost double. You know, like, I look at it and I I just don't really... I mean, I obviously don't love this build. PPCs aren't really my thing. You know, like, even if we were just go to straight large lasers, the heat's almost the same. I don't know. You know, let me know your thoughts. Obviously, I do record ahead of time, so this Warhammer is going to stay this way for a few episodes, even if you do pitch in. But I want to know what you guys think about this loadout. We're going to leave it like this for now. I think this is okay. But yeah, feel free to pitch in, give me some tips, and it might be a loadout we kind of revisit and trial and error as we do. But yeah, just to give you an idea of what our 315 Lance looks like, I'm pretty sure it's this. So, with that being said, that is my time for today. So if you enjoyed what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out so much. It means a lot to me. I make a concerted effort to answer every comment. So don't be afraid. Put your pins out there. I like to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.